I should start this tape off by announcing what to me is a sad announcement, what to a lot of y'all ought to be a sign of things to come. Mildred Jones received 2.5 years in the Department of Corrections today. Mildred has exactly 1 week to turn herself in and begin her 2.5 years in the Department of Corrections. In a week's time, y'all, all of my kids will be gone. Mildred will be gone, and I will be forced really to stay in a town that I have no respect for, I think nothing of, and could never, under any circumstances, be happy here. And maybe by the end of this tape, you will understand what Napoleon means by never being able to forgive people who have watched us from a distance be totally fucked over.
Yes, ma'am.
My name is Marvell Mans. I'm a Decatur citizen, and I'm a member of the Protectors of Our Children. Council members, we, the Protectors of Our Children and persons of diverse backgrounds and affiliations, are concerned that the system of the DCFS, combined with the Macon County State's Attorney, the judicial, and the law enforcement authorities, are allowed to dispense unequal justice maliciously and or in a conspired manner that destroys the lives of children, men, and women struggling to maintain their families against odds. I would like to bring to your attention one particular case that has gravely affected our community. Since 1990, Napoleon Williams and Mildred Jones have been traumatized and victimized by the state's attorney and DCFS. These departments have used their powers to raid their home and terrorize them in the middle of the night, seeking an alleged video that apparently did not exist, to arrest Ms. Jones and give her 30 days for refusing to testify against Mr. Williams, following a domestic dispute, and then using her confinement as an opportunity to remove and detain her daughter, Unique Dream, from her home and the arms of her father and caretaker, Napoleon Williams. And when Ms. Jones was released, she went to her mother, who had been given temporary custody of Unique, and took her daughter home with her. She was again charged by the state's attorney, this time with child abduction, and held in lieu of a $20,000 bond. In April of 1992, following a custody hearing for Unique Dream, Mrs. Jones was again detained but released. However, Mr. Williams was arrested and accused of criminal trespass in the courthouse and assault on an officer. He was sentenced to 3 years. He served 1.5 years. Prior to this incident, another child, a True Dream Williams, was born into this family. Unfortunately, during the time of Mr. Williams' incarceration, Mrs. Jones was arrested, and because she was on probation for child abduction, she was sentenced to serve time. Again, DCFS stepped in and detained the second child, a True Dream Williams. We believe that the outcry of the Jones-Williams family is the one among many similar cases of legal child abduction and social injustice. We do not feel that the parents of Unique Dream and a True Dream Williams have been treated with due process or objectively. This treatment of this family reeks of a personal vendetta and severe acts of racism and discrimination. Example, the state's attorney had an article concerning Mr. Williams posted on the state's attorney wall. Many concerned citizens have contacted the state's attorney, Larry Fichter, on behalf of this family's outcry to no avail. Court documents have been made available to us, and we are in awe as to why and how this bizarre situation exists. As concerned citizens, we would like the attached document explained. We would like to know, among other things, why and how could DCFS abduct the True Dream Williams on the grounds that she was without a legal guardian, when in fact the attached document was created prior to her abduction and made available to DCFS and to the state's attorney. Why has this document been ignored? We would also like to know why, if this family is allowed to have unsupervised weekend visits, the state's attorney would object to the children being returned and to the parents' custody permanently. Prior to the Thanksgiving weekend, they were having unsupervised visits, but the state's attorney filed a motion that the children no longer have unsupervised visits because during the last visit, a True Dream, 3 years old, cried, I'm staying, and the mother tried to explain, you can't stay, I'm staying, is what she cried. Therefore, a father said that I cannot tolerate this. If my daughter comes on another visit and she cries, I'm staying with her mother and her brother and father, then he's not going to let her go. He's not going to put her out. Therefore, the motion was found that the children be no longer returned into the home for unsupervised weekend visits. Because of what appears to be a personal vendetta of the state's attorney against this family, in order to ensure fair and just treatment, our request is that the state's attorney appoint an independent agent to thoroughly investigate this case and also examine the actions and the motives of those persons involved in it. And because of the above statements and the legal guardianship document that we have provided to you, we request that the decision made by the state's attorney on October 30th, 1996, not to return the children of Napoleon Williams and Mildred Jones to their rightful place permanently be revoked, and that this family, on the December 4th hearing, be made whole. As council members and representatives of the city, I would like for you to collectively, if not individually, look into this matter and maybe approach the authorities or the people involved, or just sincerely consider what is going on. Do not let us be the only ones shouting. I want you to be aware of what is going on. This is serious to us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Do you believe that? Oh, that's great. That sounds terrific. Thank you.
Most people, y'all, who have succeeded or failed in life can sometimes contribute their success or their failure to an incident that happened in their lives. I sat in a courtroom today, y'all, where Mildred pleaded guilty and received 2.5 years. Mildred had asked her lawyer, Gregory Madley, the same Gregory Madley who represented me and Mildred, represented me against my will, y'all, represented me knowing clearly that I didn't want him to represent me in the case of my kids. I made it clear in open court, and it's a part of the transcripts. When Mildred tell Greg Madley, I want to go to trial, and the first thing I want to do is file a motion for Scott Reuter not to be the state's attorney. Now understand this, y'all. If I go to trial, I have a right to a fair trial, okay? And I shouldn't have a trial where people can use something else against me. See, check this out. One time there was a trial of Mildred where Napoleon took the stand. Yes, I am very hostile with Scott Reuter. I think that is a scum of the earth dog. Okay, and people don't know that it don't matter what happened to us now. You know, I'll tell y'all a few of the things that we got to go through, the things that we got to live through. But like I say, most people can contribute success or failures in their lives to something that happened in their life. Me and Mildred don't even have a life, y'all. Won't nobody look at what we had a life at one time, and then one day something happened to us, and since that has happened to us every day of our life, anything that we can trace now, we can trace back to this great big old change in our life because something happened to us March the 3rd, 1992, that Decatur, Illinois seems content to just laugh about. So when Mildred says, I want to file a motion, first off, if I'm going to go to trial, I want a fair trial. Because, see, look, if I get on the stand to try to testify, and even if I'm telling the truth about what's going on with Mildred and Mildred's case, you got Scott Reuter questioning me. Y'all, I'm accusing this man of taking my baby. Before somebody let him sit in my face, and I'm supposed to ignore all, I'm accusing this motherfucker of taking my baby, y'all. Now, if he want to go through with this little bitty old game, it don't mean we got to go through it. I'm accusing this man of taking my baby. Would somebody look into it before I have to answer any damn questions of his? Because, see, he'll take my attitude on the stand, and to the juror, who do you believe? You saw the witness's attitude. I won't be able to stand there and tell the witness that, tell the jury my attitude is because I accused this sorry bastard of taking my baby and can't get nobody to investigate it. See, I can't tell the jury that every time I try to do it. You instruct the witness to answer the question, Your Honor, and then he know why I got the attitude. I got the attitude because I can't get nobody to see that he done took my child. I got the attitude because I can't get nobody to see he's unworthy of prosecuting any damn case. We ought to be prosecuting the goddamn case against him. And people sitting around like it's a damn joke. I saw when Mildred told the judge out, I asked my lawyer to file a motion to get Scott Reuter off the case because Scott Reuter violated my rights. It's in 92 MR 28. My lawyer told me I could fire him, but he wasn't going to file. I mean, you got people who might have as much as Scott Reuter's ass to hide and they're taking about. Y'all understand this. You got a lawyer that know goddamn well there's going to be some serious things raised about his representation of me at the judicature here. I didn't, listen to me. I did not contact that man. I told right in front of the court, the judge. See, right, fuck what the judge is telling. I told him, don't say a word, man. You are not my lawyer. Right there in open court. It's on the record. Now, if somebody ain't never talked to somebody, and then the first conversation you have, they telling you, you ain't my lawyer, man. Don't say nothing. I mean, like he should have an argument on, well, Judge, I got a problem. I mean, like you ordering me to represent this man, and the man is saying, I'm not his lawyer. He has not contacted me. I mean, you can't find nothing in there where the man argued with the lawyer. Now, today, this man tell Mildred, I'm not going to file the motion that you want. You were appointed to represent Mildred. not his own goddamn interest. He wasn't appointed to tell Mildred what's immaterial to him. See, I would think if Scott Reuter has ever got away with violating Mildred's rights, I would think that would be something that the judge should be aware of, as this man is sitting here trying to act like he's a prosecutor and ain't got nothing to do with this. When they put Mildred in the penitentiary, y'all, and they put Napoleon in the penitentiary, who gonna fight for my kids that a lot of y'all know damn well ought to be at home? I mean, y'all sitting back seeing a damn plan carried out right before y'all. You got Napoleon and Mildred saying, we want to leave. We'll leave here. They ain't got to send us to penitentiary. We just want to go. Now, they can sentence her to 2 years in the penitentiary. They could laugh when Mildred mentions 92 MR 28, and you still got Napoleon sitting in your goddamn face saying, if we look at it today, we'd make fools out of all of them. We'd laugh at their ass. I don't blame them for sitting up like, you got them looking at two strong black motherfuckers, two people that don't look. I walk past their ass and make them look down at the goddamn ground. See, they don't stare me straight in my motherfucking eyes, and when they look me in my goddamn eyes, they don't expect for me to turn away. They know goddamn well I ain't gonna turn away. So I could walk through that motherfucker and make them look at the goddamn ground, but they could play games with me and Mildred because they know y'all ain't gonna say nothing. So they can put us both in the pen. I mean, like, anytime we got to live a life where we got to get our babies to safety, because we know what these people going to do. If y'all want us here, then why don't somebody demand an investigation before they put Mildred anywhere? See, did a chain of events take place that have denied? Me and Mildred can't pursue happiness, y'all. We can't get out from up under a goddamn nightmare because won't nobody admit that one day Scott Reuter, John Davis wrongfully put Mildred in jail. They took her baby, and that started a nightmare, y'all. Well, you still got these people in our lives acting like they have the authority. We can show you something that they did wrong, damn it. We can show y'all something that these people did wrong. For them to be able to sit by and laugh at us, that don't even make no goddamn sense to me. And people sit up and act like they can't understand why I'm mad. I'm mad because I'm a motherfucker intelligent enough to be able to lay the facts out in front of anybody, and show what these people have done to us. But I live in a community that's just satisfied to let me and Mildred be put, I guess, in our place. Yeah, I guess that's what you call just let us be put. I mean, like, we can show y'all people ain't got no business standing in the goddamn courtroom with us. But Scott Reuter can stand up in the courtroom, and when Mildred say, I can't get my lawyer to file a motion, my lawyer telling me if I take it to trial, I guess so, because he letting her know you take it to trial, you fucked. And I'm not going to file that motion. What kind of shit goes on here, y'all? Now, if Napoleon was lying, you couldn't go find, if they're going to appoint me a lawyer, then my lawyer is supposed to represent me. You don't find too many damn paid lawyers telling people that they ain't going to, they supposed to assist you in your case, not take over your goddamn case. And if you can point out to a judge where something is important, see, Mildred, he telling Mildred, well, when we go before the judge, you can fire me, and then you just won't have a lawyer. Ain't y'all reading about that shit in the paper? Ain't they good with that one? See, if you get rid of one of them that's no good, you got a judge say you don't deserve a lawyer. You can say, Judge, here the evidence this man trying to fuck up. Well, that's your lawyer, and if you fire him, you just have to defend you. This place, God. So I have to sit up and miss my babies. The babies that they couldn't take away from me, I had to guard by taking my baby somewhere and placing my baby somewhere where I could be sure. I mean, like Mildred said to me, I don't mind being in the penitentiary as long as I know my babies are all right. Your babies ain't all right, sister. Anytime you got a 1- and 2-year-old baby that loves their mother cares about them, and y'all separated for nothing that's got to do with any of y'all separated. Because nobody will explain or nobody will tell. They have terminated our parental rights. Y'all think these people don't want us out of the way? Y'all think these people want the paper to investigate our kids and how they was taken, like they investigated how judges was sitting over there fucking over. Y'all think they want people to take that kind of interest? If they done took our babies, if they could get us both in the penitentiary and get both of our little boys, they would get them. Who gonna start talking about us after they put in the penitentiary? And ain't nobody talking about us now. You don't know of anybody else in this goddamn town and live the life that Napoleon and Mildred done lived just since January. Goddamn, people, this April already we done had 2 of our kids taking kids that they couldn't take for years. They can take us up there in that goddamn courtroom, convene a goddamn kangaroo hearing where I could tell y'all I'm good enough to represent myself against they motherfucking ass. How did I end up with a public defender? Now, you're talking to a man that say I accused them soon before anything got started, before a public defender was brought in. I accused them. I pointed the finger at their ass and say the only way it goes on now is that they're able to just pull these little games. Now, in a case like that, all of a sudden you hear that a man can't sit down at his own hearing because the judge saying your public defender represents you. I'm capable of representing myself. Now, when you can look at all of the legal proceedings and see he represented himself, so you mean to tell me I can't stand up in the goddamn courtroom and fire a lawyer even if I didn't hire him? But for some damn reason, in the taking of Napoleon's kids, Napoleon couldn't fire Greg Matley, even though Napoleon's standing there telling the judge, I ain't talk to this man. I don't want this man. You shut up. You ain't my lawyer. Now, something go on like that, and it ain't renewed interest in the case. That's a perfect goddamn example of somebody being fucked over, y'all. What was Napoleon going to bring out representing himself? Why was it so important that they appoint me a public defender? Here it is, they telling y'all now they made y'all work for them. They ain't asked me to do nothing for mine. You got me begging and pleading with their ass to fire him. He ain't mine. That ain't my lawyer. I ain't called that lawyer. Most lawyers go to court and tell the judge, I can't represent this man. He ain't even called me. Here it is, my lawyer can come in there and say, I ain't contacted him, but he gonna go on and what kind of shit is that? And people wonder why I curse. Anytime grown-ass people can accept this kind of shit happening to somebody, they took our babies, and y'all think they don't want to get rid of us? You think I can't show you that? Them motherfucker got no business sitting down acting like he my lawyer once I done fired him. They have a 3-hour hearing. Now, you mean to tell me you gonna go talk to this man and say, that man lost his babies? You had never talked to, how did you represent him? See, I mean, like that, to me, that's impossible, y'all. How do you do that? And it don't cost me nothing. This motherfucker's able to walk around and tell Mildred today, I'm not going to file a motion. I told Mildred, that motherfucker might have more to hide than Scott Reuter. Maybe that's why he won't file a motion. But anytime people sit around and can hear shit like this, anytime I tell y'all, they can sit up in the court and laugh at our ass. They can laugh at us because they know we ain't got no kind of damn help. We like goddamn fools. We begging for people to help us, and they laughing because they see that we don't know how to help our goddamn self no more. I heard somebody say in relation to that school shooting, we ain't even a community no more. You goddamn right about that. I've been saying it for the longest. Shit, I've been saying a people like this ain't no telling what y'all finna go through. And you got a man saying, I don't know why they would give Mildred any time, y'all. We ready to leave here. I mean, they ain't got to fuck over us no more, but for people to stand by and act like this shit ain't happened to us, that's what bugs me about Decatur. Why would y'all remain silent about it? Napoleon ain't did a damn thing, but in his own little way, try to make y'all see that no matter how small you are, you can fight for change in your goddamn community. You ain't got to be appreciated by everybody. Don't wait to be appreciated. See, when you fight for change, sometimes your best friends become your enemy because change for the better may hinder what they can already do. So you got people that sit around here and act like Napoleon and them ain't did nothing that they should be persecuted. Listen to me, I could show y'all in 5 damn minutes how my baby was taken. I ain't stupid. Ain't nothing going to change about that. I can show. Listen to me, I got some Seasoned Airways. I got about 25 copies of Seasoned Airways. It's a book, y'all, that was written by Stephen Dunifer and Ron Sikowski. You can get this book by going to akpress.org. That's akpress.org. Now, y'all might not want to go through all that because I got the books and trying to raise a little money to give Mildred a little something to take with her. I'm selling the books for $10 a piece, y'all. Now, let me tell y'all something. I think every home should have, I think everybody who has listened to this story should at least have this book. I mean, like when y'all play us, like we have not did. Now, we have suffered for you people, okay? We have fought. We are an example of what people can do. Had we had the type of help, the type of support that should come against people when people are done like Larry Fichter and Scott Reuter, how that system has done us. When shit like that happen, it ought to be easy in any community to be able to point out crooks. It ought to be able to point out wrongdoers. You got people that know the truth, and act like since they the winning team, they can sit around and laugh. Listen to me, y'all. I got about 25, 30 copies of 92 MR28. I want to get them away to anybody that get the book. I mean, for people to sit around and act like this is something that's just going to be swept under the rug. I'm going to make more motherfucking noise than I ever made telling the story of me, my kids, and Mildred. I mean, when people think about it, you don't sit around and have, I mean, like they can sit up and laugh at us. We can't get an outside prosecutor, outside judge, and we can get everybody in Decatur to admit that we being fucked over. People done had radio shows about us. I can show you us in books, magazines, and we sitting here still can't get people to say what has happened to us is wrong. Leave us the fuck alone. If we want to leave, we should be allowed to leave with dignity and honor, y'all. This shit is not happening to us because we are bad parents. This shit is not happening because we supposed to be in jail. It's happening because our life is knocked in a motherfucking nightmare where we can't get away. We can't even say, let us go. Shit, we can live any motherfucking where. Let us go. Listen to me. We are suffering because of where we live. You got people walking around here knowing we being fucked over and won't say nothing. I mean, you think me and Mildred gonna feel bad? We gonna hang our motherfucking head? You got people know that our babies have been wrongfully taken. That means they done terminated our parental rights. These people know damn well our kids should be at home and they ain't said nothing. I mean, like, God, that's not a goddamn community. I don't know what they done put in y'all mind when y'all accept people not saying nothing. We can prove, listen to me, I don't care how you feel about me. I can prove to you that my baby's been taken. I can prove to you that we've been fucked over. Ain't it funny that the newspaper, everybody talk about the questions. See, understand this. Everybody talk about how many questions there are in them kids' cases. I mean, even on the Brian Byers show, how many questions there are. All we need is an investigation of how our kids became a court case, and y'all would put on hold everything that them people trying to do to us. We don't have anybody to go to, y'all. So these people can laugh at us. They can laugh at us pleading and begging for people to help us. They can laugh at us when I tell y'all I shouldn't have to take my babies nowhere and leave them, y'all. I mean, like, I shouldn't have to hear my babies crying, not knowing when the fuck I'm going to see my kids no more, not even knowing if they daddy is capable of ever even putting their family back together. Mildred in one place, both of my daughters in separate damn places, and my kids someplace else. I mean, like, we the hell of a picture of a family when we can't show one incident that may very well kept us in this motherfucking time. We could have decided long ago we didn't want to be here. And why would anybody want to be here and not fight this kind of shit? Why would you just want to sit here and be a part of this sick-ass shit? I mean, like, y'all got to walk around and act like y'all don't hear me till it hurts me like a motherfucker not to see my babies. Why shouldn't it, goddammit? I'm just as human as every one of y'all. I do my damnness not to cry on this motherfucking radio, but sometimes I think I'm just going to go off and just say, fuck the world, really. I mean, when you got people act like they don't understand, I ain't got no damn business have to protect my kids like this. We are not bad parents, but we have to worry about somebody who's trying to get us in jail to cover up the wrongful taking of 2 other kids. How in the fuck do people walk around here, and y'all listen to me good, I ain't talking to y'all that don't know. You can find out. See, I ain't talking to y'all that don't know. I'm talking to the ones that know goddamn well they wrongfully put Mildred in jail and took her baby. How do y'all stand by and hear me and act like you don't know more? See, we play a lot of church music, y'all. They can hear that. Ooh, he be playing some good church music. But when I say we need some help, we need some help, y'all. We can't get no motherfucking help. These people don't have the power to just do no any goddamn thing. I don't know who convinced y'all that they did. Them are some sick, sorry son of a bitches. I ain't lying. They've been sick, sorry for a long goddamn time. The shit that go on in that county building, it's just like this here. I don't see it if you won't see it if I don't see it from you. I mean, you got Napoleon gave him the title the Good Old Boy Network years ago. Years ago. Now, I could tell y'all they can sit up and laugh at me because I can't get y'all to help us. You got people worried about whether or not Napoleon cursed on the radio. So it's all right to fuck over Mildred and her kids. It's all right for Mildred not to know when she gonna see her babies no more. It's all right for Mildred to think as long as my babies ain't taken by them, we shouldn't even be living under that kind of goddamn pressure. The only way you should have to worry about your kids being taken is if you're a bad damn parent. How the fucking good parents be around here worried about whether or not they gonna try to get us both out the way and take our baby? The only way we could be fearing that, y'all, The only way we could be showing y'all what they trying to do, goddammit, is what we saying is true. And keep this in mind. Ain't it something, no matter what, we can't get no investigation? We can't get the paper to look at 92M. We can't, listen to me, y'all. I'm giving 92MR28 away with the book. Now, if you got $10, come get you a book and come get 92MR28. You may be, what book? Season the Airways. Listen to this, y'all. I intend to put as many radio stations on the air as I can. As a matter of fact, I was visited by the FCC last week, and they asked me under whose authority was I operating. I told them, I guess God. I ain't having no problem keeping it up or keeping it going. I can't really tell you whose authority. They wanted to come in and inspect the station. I told them, inspect it for what? To see if you're operating legally. They said, I don't want to operate legally. See, I don't want to be approved by a system that is messing me over. I speak on the radio like people hanging out on the corners. As a matter of fact, I go out of my way to come up with curse words. I have made bourgeois handkerchief-headed nigger and low-lifed racist cracker household words, applause, in the city of Decatur, Illinois. It would take a low-life racist cracker to separate and persecute 2 black kids from a black mother, with her standing in the hallway wanting her kids back for no other reason than his hatred of Napoleon and a radio station. It would take bourgeois handkerchief-headed niggers to let something like that go on right up under their nose. Now, y'all understand this. When I'm saying all of that, they flew me out to California, y'all, to speak at a micro radio conference. I don't know this going to be in no book or nothing. I do know that when I got out of the penitentiary in 1996, my only goal was to tell everybody what had happened to me and my family. I'm saying I might be in the penitentiary, y'all, in less than 30 days. I would at least, for people who care, to have the book. I mean, to be able to remember when you came and got the book, to be able to remember when you came and got 92MR28. Do y'all understand that this is happening because a community is letting it happen to us? I mean, do y'all understand that? I mean, like, just like somebody can't understand folks going into a school and killing a whole lot. Okay, I'm more able to understand that than I am able to understand a community that stands around and let things just as tragic happen to folks. And then when kids go lose their damn mind, folks act like they don't understand. They living in an out-of-their-mind world. They used to have respect for law authority. I knew people used to want to grow up and be policemen, and I know damn mo. See, it ain't that they lost respect for these people. Those people lost respect for the people that they were supposed to serve and protect. Some of those people got this new power thing about them. I got the job and I can damn near do what I want to do. It is sad to me, y'all, to see a courtroom where justice is, and people sitting up laugh when a woman say, I wanted to file a motion, and had a motion ruled on whether or not Scott Reuter should be the prosecutor in her case. She's saying, I'm going to show that he ain't got no and the lawyer saying, I ain't going to file a paper. I ain't going to file a paper. I don't care what you want to do. Now, you can go before the judge and file me and represent yourself. She don't know how to file a paper, y'all. She don't know how to bring out what any lawyer could bring out just from reading 92MR28. It's like a threat. Either you take your ass in there and plead guilty, or you going to get it today. Because I ain't going to file that paper. That's fucked up to me. Lord, have mercy. And that's representation. That's what people call good lawyers being given to you. Wouldn't you think in light... Now understand, Mildred got 30 days to appeal her plea of guilty and everything. But wouldn't you think if Mildred could tell somebody that, if Mildred can show you right now, the reason I didn't want Scott Reuter as the prosecutor is if I take the stand, I'm going to have an attitude with Scott Reuter. It ain't going to have nothing to do with my case. It's going to have something to do with what Scott Reuter think he has got away with doing to me. This man is the cause I don't have my kids. You got people sitting up thinking he could we supposed to sit up there and act like we, I mean, like, why would he even be on the case, y'all? See, he's trying to use the attitude that we might have to his advantage. He gonna sweat, question us, smirk, and it ain't gonna have nothing to do with the curse, but he gonna sit up and do everything that he can to trigger a response about what we both know. And he ain't gonna listen to me. That cracker don't have the authority to be in a courtroom with us, y'all. Now, anytime a community want to sit around, and I'm telling you, I give you 92 MR28. I got about 30 copies of them. Now, I give you 92 MR28. You ain't got to buy the damn book. Come look through the book and take a copy of 92 MR28 with you. Now, you tell me, how can they sit up and laugh about something? I'm playing this man on the radio. You hear Mildred tell this man, that is not my lawyer. Now, I'm telling y'all, it's in your paper just recently as last Sunday how fucked up things are concerning judges, public defenders, and them prosecutors up there. That's what Napoleon been accusing of taking his kids for I don't know how long. See, now you got the newspaper just to pull the tip off the iceberg. Now I would think if they done showed y'all that this system is so fucked up that a judge can overstep his authority and nobody in the courtroom moved to stop him. Nobody in the court building make enough damn noise that this story ain't covered soon as it happened. You got Napoleon saying the same case exists with my kids. Y'all folks sitting up there just won't say nothing. So me and Mildred have to be laughed at and put off in the penitentiary. I mean, we got babies, y'all, like our kids is 1 and 2. They say what a baby learns in the first 3 years of life is the most important years of their. Me and Mildred had Unique for 3.5 years. That's the only child that we managed to keep for any period of time. I mean, anytime we could sit up and be hunted like runaway goddamn slaves. And I can tell y'all this shit is happening because we can't get nobody to say, hey, I need for the kids understand this. See, if I don't do nothing but just pass it on to your kids while not cursing, y'all please understand. This is happening to us because we can't get no help. It ain't supposed to ever happen to a people, never. Don't nobody supposed to be able to put, I give you 92 MR28, you can ride by the damn house and get it right now. Shit, if I'm asleep, wake me up. Shit, wake me up. It's 92 MR28. You take it and sit somewhere and look at it. Now, you got Mildred tell a lawyer today, I want to file this motion to get Scott Reuter off of my case. Then maybe I can have a fair trial. But I ain't going to have no fair trial with him on my case, because if I take the stand, he gonna make me mad. Why shouldn't he? This man caused this lady not to have her kids, y'all. Wouldn't you think that's a goddamn conflict? Wouldn't you think a lawyer would be, if a lawyer understands the system? Now, my client may take the stand. If my client take the stand, Scott Reuter is going to use my client's attitude because, listen to me, until somebody check into what this, y'all just don't understand what I'm saying. It would be different if somebody cleared Scott Reuter of the motherfucking charges. See, if somebody could look at 92 MR28 and say Scott Reuter did not violate Mildred's rights, then that would be different. See, that would be it would be like Napoleon just howling about something that he need to shut up about. But here it is, Napoleon can't even get anybody to look at it. And when Mildred say to the lawyer, I want to file this motion to get him off the case, my evidence will be 92 MR28. I'm going to show the judge that once before Scott Reuter violated my rights, Scott Reuter caused the tape. I mean, like maybe if somebody would just look at 92 MR20, you got the lawyer, the public defender. I ain't filing that paper. I'm not going to file it. When the judge asked Mildred was she satisfied with her law, she told the judge about it. It's like, what goddamn choice do I have? If I don't take the 2.5 years, my lawyer telling me he ain't going to file a paper that's going to raise all kind of questions. What kind of representation is that, child? God, ooh. I ain't lying, y'all. All I would like to do is leave here. I mean, how can we be just openly fucked over and people don't consider this a threat to them? Them people can laugh. They not laughing at me and Mildred, y'all. They laughing at the fact that we can't get nobody to say what is happening to us is wrong. Okay, that's what they laughing at. They feel powerful, not in our presence. They feel powerful knowing that y'all know. Knowing that you can turn on the radio and hear. You know, anytime all that writing in the newspaper, then you got people saying Napoleon was talking about that in 1996. Well, why would y'all let me be talking about these things and nobody speed up and investigate? How can these people be honest with us, y'all, when they can sit up and plot to put both of us in the penitentiary? Y'all hear me well. Only thing me and Mildred would like to do is get the fuck away from here. We would like to go and be with our kids, y'all. Ain't no life for us beyond penitentiary. What we going to do? Go to penitentiary and think about coming back here? What the fuck would we want to be here for? We got 2 kids taken. We can show anybody with any kind of sense how our kids were taken, and nobody wants to look. Nobody can say anything about it. What would people want to be here for, y'all? Now, y'all had got rid of Napoleon. We saying we just want to leave. We would like an opportunity to live a life. I mean, if y'all would just say, fuck this, we want this investigated. See, before Mildred and Napoleon go any goddamn where, because we are asking to just be, let us go. See, it ain't like we not giving no offer. It ain't like we laying no deal out there. We saying if we can't get an investigation, if we can show y'all, we have never, why in the fuck are we living this kind of goddamn life? We have never done anything to our kids. We have never been able to just make the decision we didn't want to stay here. Once they took our baby, they locked us here. Where the fuck was we going to go? We going to forget about our kids? We're not forgetting about them now. We're saying that you people might not never wake up. I don't know what's wrong with you, but all of this is evidence that something is clearly wrong. They can sit their ass up in the courtroom and laugh when I tell y'all I can show y'all in 5 minutes how they put Mildred in jail and took her baby. And every goddamn thing that's happening to Mildred right now is a chain of motherfucking events in an attempt for them to cover up their ass, for young niggas to sit around and allow shit like this. Y'all better get back busy. I ain't lying. Y'all ain't seen the shit that could happen to y'all. Better get back busy, for real, for people to sit up and just cast this off. I mean, Napoleon can direct you to books, direct you to internet. Napoleon can say, all I got, y'all, is the ability to tell people. If my people don't respond, then that should be all the evidence needed to show as a people we fucked up. I mean, if y'all don't think this shows that they can do any motherfucker, they can play with us. I mean, play with us with no fear of any goddamn body saying anything. You ain't hearing nothing. People been told in the newspaper they was done wrong by a judge. Ain't no, you got people walking around, now I wonder what they gonna do with that judge. I bet they don't do nothing to him. You ought to be calling for his goddamn ouster. You ought to be trying to make a little noise about it. Don't think that way. Sit back and expect for everybody, somebody else to fight your battles. Y'all listen to me. Next week, this time, I won't have a family. If you don't think that's a hell of a price to pay to try to wake people up, I won't have a motherfucking family. See, my baby's gone, Mildred will be gone, and I'll probably be still trying to serve y'all ass, trying to wake y'all up. I mean, when people just sit around and act like they love their family, act like they're intelligent, act like they want racism and all that other shit to stop. When people sit around and do that, and they are not really committed, they want the appearance that anytime there was a problem, all you had to do was call them. They would be there. They would add, yeah, anytime people can stand around and let this type of shit happen, and they say it's happening because Napoleon ain't made Scott Reuter try to act like he ain't took Mildred's baby. See, Napoleon can't do that. Napoleon can't make people walk around with knowledge of this, act like I'm telling a lie. Napoleon can't make people look the other way, y'all. See, the Napoleon's cursing is not the reason these people are the way that they are. They are the way that they are because some people get jobs and think that they are powerful enough to do whatever the hell that they want to you. And if nobody will look, see, if nobody will put a break on their ass, see, the only thing that stopped them from charging y'all for lawyers is the paper did that great big old story. I wish I could get somebody from the paper to come by and get a copy of 92 MR 28 and ask the lawyer, why didn't you file that paper when all the proof Mildred need? I mean, can y'all imagine what it would be like for Mildred Jones to show in open court that Scott Reuter did at one time violate her constitutional rights and has no business sitting on no case? Do y'all know Scott Reuter done sit on every case that put Mildred in the penitentiary? Did y'all know, while a lot of y'all might say, she just stay in the pen, she had never been to jail a day in her motherfucking life, folks. Scott Reuter wrongfully put her in jail. See, this shows you how if your rights are protected, you don't have the right to scream about nightmare. But you go ask Scott Reuter, she had never spent one motherfucking day in jail in her life before Scott Reuter then violated her rights and put her in there. And you got Napoleon saying that caused a nightmare that a lot of y'all wouldn't have been able to survive. Ain't no telling what the fuck you would have went to jail for. Let me come take your babies, then act like I don't know I done took your babies. Let me come take your babies, then everybody know I done took your babies, but everybody ain't nobody got nothing to say about it. Everybody just acting like it's all right. Try to live with that. Ain't no telling what the fuck you would go to jail for. Ain't no telling what kind of person you would become if you here you is with the pain of your kids being gone, knowing that your kids have been wrongfully taken, knowing that you can prove your babies have been wrongfully taken, and nobody wants to look. Y'all can't even imagine that. This is what me and Mildred lived through. See, people can stand in courtrooms, y'all, and laugh at us. Because it's like ain't nobody going to help them no way. There she go with that 92 MR28. Napoleon will give you 92 MR28. Black, white, it shouldn't be across race. Napoleon will give you 92 MR28. See, y'all understand if they succeed in getting us in jail, then you will have the proof that you need. All of this started, y'all, with them doing wrong.